Hey YouTube, this is 13 Dragon Blade. I'm coming at you this time with a special character deck profile. Now when I say character deck, I mean Zane Truesdale. These are all of his cards that he's used in the anime. There's only a few cards that, probably a card or two that I have in here just hacked for tweak, and because I believe he would have used it to help benefit him. So, first things first, let's get into the deck profile. 3 Korean Gold Rare Cyber Dragons. These were given to me by a dear friend of mine called Michelin. She shipped them over here and she's like, I have a pair of sexy Cyber Dragons you'd like. And as you can see, they're very much in Korean. They're gold-plated, very mint condition. So I accepted because I already know what Cyber Dragon does. So I was like, yeah, I suppose I could hollow him out. These are all the cards he's used. A double Cyber Larva. A friend told me that I only need 2 of them, that I have an extra one just in case. So, 2 Cyber Larvas. Basically, when this face-up card in the field is targeted for an attack, you take no battle damage, and when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon another one from the deck. So, they just go hand-in-hand with each other. Cyber Eltonin, a Shonen Jump promo. Basically, you banish all of your machines light, and you send all of their monsters to the graveyard, and then he gains 500 for each banished. So he basically becomes a beat stick, because he banishes on the field. From your side of the field and graveyard. So make sure that all the Cybers are in the grave, and then you banish them all, and he becomes a big beat stick. Cyber Dinosaur, essentially the same as Cyber Dragon, used to counteract it. Your opponent's special Cyber Dragon and you special this, but I've had times where I've gotten it off. When they special summon from the hand, anyway. Cyber Phoenix, this is the Legendary Collection one. He's really good. You target a face-up machine, and they cannot be negate any spells and traps that target exactly one face-up machine. So he basically just says no. Infernal Dragon, this is from the Duelist pack only. This is the only time you can get this guy. It took me a while to find him, but I got my hands on him. Cyber Valley, same reason. I have a bunch of Cyber Valleys, but I like the super rare one. This is the one from the Phantom Darkness pack, so I like him better. Cyber Dragon's Way, and 2 Proto Cybers, because they act exactly like Cyber Dragon. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Cyber Barrier and Laser Dragon, the ones that you use with Photon Generator Unit and Attack Reflector Unit. So, good cards. And then 2 Cyber Kittens for effect damage. If you were to take effect damage, you could tribute it and you make it 0, so whenever you use Power Bond or something. Cyber Ouroboros, when he's removed from play, you draw 1 card. So, there you go. 2 Union monsters. We have Heavy Mech Support Platform and Armored Cyber. I like this one better because it does popping, and this one just gives the monster 500 attack. And then the 3 Cyber Dark monsters, all from the Cyber Dark Impact. Cyber Keel, Cyber Dark Edge, and Cyber Dark Horn. They're all, necessary to make Cyber Dark Dragon. Spell cards. We have 1 Evolution Burst. Target 1 card on the field, or destroy 1 card your opponent controls, and Cyber Dragon can't attack this turn. So yeah. You basically do that, and then you fuse with Power Bond. This is a secret rare one from the Legendary Collection. I love it. You send them from the field or your hand to the graveyard to special summon the fusion monster. So, in this case, you would use Cyber End Dragon. It becomes an 8000 beat stick. And then you tribute Cyber Kieran, and you don't take any damage, because you take damage to it at the end phase. Ruthless Denial. You select 1 monster you control, you send it to the graveyard, then you send 1 card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. So, I guess it's good. It's nice. That's the only time they printed it. Future Fusion and Double Overload Fusion for, these are for making Chimera Tech. This is usually made for Cyberdark Dragon, or another way to gateway into, it's another gateway into Cyber End Dragon. So, there you go. A creature swap, because apparently he uses that. Cybernetic Zone, it banishes a machine-type fusion monster, and it brings it back with double the attack. So, if you saw the anime episode, he used Power Bond, and then he used this, and he had a 16,000 Cyber End Dragon. It's pretty boss. Dimension Explosion, basically you get up to 2 monsters that were removed from play, and you special summon them. Reborn, and 2 diffusions to diffuse the Cyber Dragons and all that. Diffusion's nice, and so is Reborn. Different Dimension Capsule, the first ever Gold Sark-like card. You select a card in your deck, and you banish it face down, and you add it to your hand during the next standby phase. Poly, because he uses Poly. I mean, coach on generatory units and 1 limited removal. I love both of those cards. The spells are good. That's it for spells. Now for traps, there's very few of, but I'll go into them. Damage Polarizer, any effect damage you would take. You negate the effect, and each player draws 1 card. So essentially, because you draw power, it stops effect damage. Fusion Guard, you make all effect damage to you 0. Pretty sure, yeah, it's an effect and inflicts damage. Return Soul, if up to 3 monsters were destroyed this turn during the end phase, you can return them to your deck. Trap Jammer, to negate traps. Call of the Haunted, because it's Call of the Haunted, and because it's a really, really good card, in my opinion. Call of the Haunted is going to see more playability with Monster Reborn getting hit. Attack Reflector Unit to bring out Cyber Barrier Dragon. That 1 card I picked in here was DNA Surgery for Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. You'll see the Fusion extra deck in a minute. Cybernetic Hidden Technology, basically when a Cyber Dragon or a Cyber Dragon Fusion monster, when your opponent's wants to close the attack, you can send the Cyber Dragon or Cyber Dragon Fusion monster to destroy the monster. So, yeah. Rollout for the 2 Union monsters, because apparently he uses that, and Rare Metal Morph, because apparently he uses that. Okay, and then here's the checklist full. Sorry for that glare. I got a full checklist on the Zane thing. I already used a permanent marker, and I went over the checklist, and I got rid of all those. Okay, now we gotta go into fusions. 1 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. It's very glary. There we go. Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. Good card. Even in tournaments, people still side this. Double Chimera Tech Overdragon, because apparently he uses 2. I did not know that. Double Chimera Tech, yeah, Overdragon. It's a good card. It gains 800 for each of its materials, and you can send as much as you want. Cyberdark Dragon for your Infernal Dragon plays, and because he can get 100 for every monster card, and he steals a dragon, so that's basically what he's there for. Cyber Twin Dragon, because he can attack twice, and if you use Power Bond on him, he's a 56 beat stick that can attack twice. And 2 Cyber End Dragons. The alternate art, which is this one, I have the alternate artwork, and I have the original artwork. So, that's it for the Zane deck. This is 13 Dragonblade signing off.